Hello, and welcome to A Quest for Games. I'm Jerry, and today we're going to do an unboxing of Command of Nature, a new game from Unstable Games. I kickstarted this game. What you're going to see is the Kickstarter rewards. It is not a sponsored video. All the opinions in the video are mine. So with that out of the way, let's get going. Okay, so let's start this unboxing of Command of Nature by Unstable Games. This is the Kickstarter. I did take all the shrink wrap off of the packaging itself because I didn't want to have everybody watch me struggle through taking the shrink wrap off. Again, it is the Kickstarter edition. This edition will be different than what the retail version is. The retail edition, I believe, is due out in July of 2024. So in the box, we have a rule book, of course, right? Not sure I'm going to try to go through every page of the rule book, but the rule book looks quite nice. We'll try to figure out how that is when I try to do a teach later on. The normal cardboard chits. These look like they're a decent size and weight. They feel pretty nice. Let's see, so that you can kind of see some of them. I think those 4 are probably trackers for the what level your sage is. Oh, that's kind of interesting. They have they're on one side, I guess these are damage trackers, and on they're blank. I assume that's 1. On the back side, that's there's a 3. So I'm not sure. I guess that means I flip it over when there's 3 damage. Here's the next set. I don't know what those are for. Shields, it looks like, and I'm not sure what those are for. Same thing, 3s on the back sides. Not sure if I'm really loving that idea, because I play with my grandkids and tables get bumped and things get upset, and I hope they don't flip over accidentally on us. So here's the first player, or the first sage board or player board. Yeah, and there's the levels. I'm not sure how well those chits fit on there. But so there's 1. This is the pebble sage. Here's 2. That's droplet sage. 3. This is the leaf sage, or the leaf player board, and the twigs. Again, they're made of nice cardboard. Seem pretty good. So this insert, from what I can see, the retail version will have something similar. So there's spaces in it for your tokens. These metal coins are Kickstarter. I believe they're Kickstarter exclusive metal coins for your coins. But they're pretty nice looking coins. And again, they have that 3 on the back side. So we'll see how that works. Here's the Pebble Sages deck. I like the fact that they have this paper to hold it together instead of shrink wrap, less plastic. There's the Sage, an Elemental Warrior for Pebbles, another Elemental Warrior, the Common Warriors, or Common Basic Elements, Elemental Champions, and a set of command cards, the Attack Command. These all look like they say attack. Instant commands, and ritual command. I can show you I'll put this one over here so that you can see the Pebble Sage. We have the Twig Sage pack. So there's the Twig, Sage, Elemental Warriors again, Basic Elements, Elemental Champions, and then it looks like the same attack cards, the same instant cards, and a ritual card. This one looks like it says it's Twig specific, so I guess must be. This is the Droplet Sage deck. So there's the Droplet Sage, Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, the Basic Element, an Elemental Champion, 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 and then it looks like the same attack cards. I don't know if these look like they're different. That looks like it's a little different. Instant command, there's an instant, there says Droplet Ritual Command, so I guess some of the command cards are different based on the Sage or faction you're playing. Here's the Leaf set. So there's the Leaf Sage, maybe I should switch the Sages out, the Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, Basic Elements, Elemental Champion, the 3 Elemental Champions, 3 attack cards, that says Leaf specific, so an instant command, that one looks common, and then a ritual command. And let me start swapping out the Sages so you can see the different Sage cards at least. See if I can get 2 of them in there at one time. Oh, now there's a glare there, though. Let me see if I can remove that glare. There we go. Okay. Now we have a Elemental Market deck. So it looks like we have different characters, different warriors or basic elements. These all look like they're all twigs. These are all droplets. These are all pebbles. And then a set of leaf. I know that this deck, I don't know if there's a way for me to tell which ones, but I know I have more in this deck because it's a Kickstarter than I would have had if I bought the retail copy. The Kickstarter came with, let's see, what is it? 16 exclusive characters. So there's 16 cards in here. I don't know if there's a way for me to tell, but there's 16 cards in here that are Kickstarter only cards. I'm not sure if there's a way for me to tell right now. I don't see anything jumping out at me. And then in this deck, the Command Market deck, there are 12 command cards, ritual commands. There is 1 extra utility, 9 extra attack, and 6 instant cards that are not in the base game. But these are all attack cards. And then we've got your utility cards, which there weren't any utility cards in the Sage deck. So, and apparently there's 1 extra one of these that's in the Kickstarter that's not in anything else. I don't see any marking, obviously, right now on them. And then here's the instant commands. And then there are the ritual commands. So that's everything in the, let me put the twig or I'm sorry, the leaf guy in there. That's everything that comes in the base package. Along with this base package, there's a bunch of other things that came with the Kickstarter, but this is the basic package. Here is the first part of the Kickstarter exclusives. I don't know how long this is going to be exclusive, but these are two different factions, the Sand and the Wind faction. So there's rules for those factions. There's their set of cardboard pieces. Oh, yeah. This one's got 3s on the back of this too. I guess those are the 2 markers for the player boards. Speaking of which, so I got 2 player boards. This is the Wind Sage, or the Winds players board, and the Sand Sages board. Let's see, I got a Wind Sage. I still do like the fact that they put them in these paper wrappers instead of a big thing of plastic. Okay, so here's the Sage for the Wind, and there's an Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, the basic elements, the Elemental Champion, Elemental Champion, Elemental Champion, and then their 3 attack cards, which are pretty standard. The Instant Command, which looks like that's a Wind one. That seems like that Instant Command's in all of them. And then that Ritual looks like it's a, it looks like that one's a Wind specific one too. So here's the Sand, and there's the Sand Sage. Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior, Elemental Warrior. The basic elementals, the Elemental Champion, Elemental Champion, Elemental Champion. 3 attack cards, their Instant Command, another Instant Command, and then the Ritual. And I didn't sort these right, so I got to go find there it is. So I can put this, is that? No, that's the wrong orientation. We want it to be that way. I think. Okay, it looks like we got some more market deck, elemental market deck cards. Also, these are, yeah, basic, I guess, and warriors for the Sand faction to put in the market, and then for the Wind faction to put in the market. All of these are, this is all Kickstarter exclusives. So, set of sleeves, card sleeves for every thing in the, every card in the that's available in the game. So I got card sleeves. Here's some wooden tokens that look like they're nice tokens. Same as what came in the base game, and except for wood. Yeah, and they still have the, oh, these are markers for, oh, that's sand, I think. So nice pack of wooden tokens. There's a shield. I didn't have the shield out yet. And there's a wind. So we can put those over there. It also came with this pin to tell me that they planted a tree for me because I kickstarted this. This is the Playmats and acrylic figures. So we have acrylic figures for Sand and Wind. acrylic figures for sand, wind. So that while you're playing the game, you can have a figure standing up there with you. The pebble, leaf, twig, and droplet. And I'm not going to fit them all on here, am I? And then, oops. Then we have the playmats themselves. So this one looks like it's the marketplace. I have to get rid of these. Let me go put some of these so you can kind of see what they look like over there. Oh, pull them up a little bit. So I can get these up here so you can see them better. So this looks like it's a marketplace board. Usual, kind of normal playmat. And this one looks like it's the wind playmat. You know, though, it's interesting. They don't have the player board embossed or marked in here. So that as I'm playing it, I like to use playmats for other games. I can use it for other unstable games and, you know, play other games with them. So that wind, this one's leaf. This one is sand. Nope, twig probably. Yeah, twig. This one looks like pebble. I am getting some of it cut off, aren't I? So this one's probably sand. Yeah, looks like that's sand. And then this one is drop. What I'm missing is there's a command of nature in the corner of all of these playmats. Okay, so this is one of the ones that I've been most interested in, the vinyl figures. I have a full set of vinyl figures for each of the sages for Command of Nature. So let's take a look at them. Here's Twig, Twig's sage. And there's a foil card for each. So there's Twig's foil card. Here's Drops. I like the translucent water. It's really nice looking. And Drops foil card. Here's Winds. That doesn't really help any, does it? Here is, oh, I forgot. There's Wind's foil card. Here is Pebble. Again, it's got a nice set of rocks behind him and I like the little whiskers. And here is the foil card for the Pebble Sage. And then we have Sand. And the foil card for Sand. And we have Leaf. I like the way these vines are wrapping all around it. I think each one of them has like their common on the base too. Oops. Traded out the wrong one, didn't I? And then here's the foil card for Leaf. So that is the set of vinyl figures that came with the Kickstarter. That view's not very good. That's the set of vinyl figures that came with the Kickstarter for Command of Nature. And with that, that's all the content that I had. So thank you if you stuck with me this far. I appreciate your time. I am looking forward to doing a how to play or teach for this in the near future. Again, thank you for your time.